Hello everyone, this is Matteo from Starway Design. In the previous video, I have shown you how to use version control for Vivado and Petalinux projects. In this video, we're going to integrate Vivado and Petalinux with GitLab CI. Let's begin. GitLab supports continuous integration with the help of GitLab runners. A GitLab runner is an application that works with GitLab CI/CD to run jobs in a pipeline. A GitLab runner can be installed on various Linux distributions, Docker, or even Windows. In the past, I have used GitLab runners to interact with the real world, like downloading a bitstream on an FPGA board and running some test directly on the hardware. Let's install GitLab runner. GitLab Runner supports a variety of runtime platforms. We're going to create a Docker container with Vivado and Petalinux to build the FPGA bitstream and the Linux image. Docker provides a lightweight operating system level virtualization. It allows developers to package an application with all the parts it needs in a container, and then ship it out as one package. Container image is described by a file, Docker file, which contains a sequence of commands to create the image itself, packages to install, configuration, is all you need to replicate the exact build environment on another machine. The objective is to create a container that will run Vivado without user interface to build the FPGA bitstream and Petalinux to build the Linux image. First, install Docker for your Linux distribution. Then add a couple of users to Docker group. And check that you can run Docker images. Download the Petalinux install file and the full Vivado image, not the web installer. We're going to use a web server to provide the Vivado archive and Petalinux install file when the container image is created. If you don't have a web server, you can launch a very simple one written in Python 3. Just run this command line from the directory where the Vivado and Petalinux install file are located. This will run a web server listed in port 8000 and provide the content of the directory where the script is run over HTTP. Clone or download the repository containing the Docker file. This is a fork on an existing Vivado doc image with a few customizations to run a recent version of Vivado and to install Petalinux. If you're planning to use Vivado Standard Edition, you don't need a license file. If a license file is present in the Vivado doc directory, they will be copied inside the Docker image. The file install_config.txt contains Vivado installation configuration. An example, which FPGA family should be supported. If you need to customize the configuration file, you can generate a file with X set up from the Vivado installation archive. Now, let's create a Docker image. Change IP address based on your network configuration. The Vivado.tar file is the file name of Vivado archive without extension. Petalinux version is the build number of the Petalinux archive. This will take a few minutes. Also be mindful that this will require several hundreds of gigabytes of disk space. We can see the Docker image has been created. Now we're going to register the runner with GitLab so we can use it to build our project. Go to the runner page from the project GitLab webpage, click on Settings, CI/CD, Runners, and click on the New Project Runner. Confirm all the default options. Add tags to identify the runner, in example Xanix. This tag will be used in the CI configuration file. copy the registration token that starts with GLRT and register the runner using the registration token we just copied. We need to tweak the runner configuration. In runners.docker, we modify the pull policy so the GitLab runner will be able to pull the Docker image from the local repo. And in runners, add the script to avoid issues when pulling the Git repo. Restart the runner to apply the changes. How does the GitLab runner know how to build the image? Inside the Git repo, there is a .gitlab-ci.yaml. It describes the build or test pipeline, the commands to execute, and the file to be saved after the build. Let's have a look at the GitLab CI file. Image is Docker image to use. Tags are a set of tags to match with the correct CI in the runner. Script contains the commands to execute. Artifacts list the files to be saved after the build. GitLab CI will start building every time changes are pushed to the remote repo, or you can manually launch a build. You can also configure different policies like launching a build every night. You can also use GitLab CI to run simulation, other in loop testing, etc. Once the build has completed, you can download the files from a GitLab project page. Copy all the files we have downloaded to the SD card. Put the SD card back and turn on the board. That's all for this video. In this video, we have seen how to integrate Vivado and Petalinux with Docker and GitLab. But how do you know which version of the design has been loaded on the FPGA? That's going to be the subject of the next video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, click on the like button and subscribe to the channel.